for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.
Oh my God, it's people helping people!
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another amazing episode of People Helping People. We are on day number, let me double check. I'm getting lost in the sauce over here. We've been moving and grooving to the beat for 21 days now. We are on day 21 of 30. That's 30 live shows in 30 days. And we are coming back again, bringing you some gems. And I am excited for today's show. But before we get into anything, this one is for the old man. Let's have a nice little sip of Joe. Good morning. That one's for you, Pops. For those of you who don't know, he was a radio DJ back in the day, and that was his thing. He would just take a nice little sip of Joe before his morning show, and he'd play some classic rock and roll. And so shout out to you, Pops. We love you. But yeah, again, today we have an incredible show for you guys. And before we get into our guests, we're going to bring on somebody amazing that is starting an incredible brand. And I'm really excited to share her story with our audience today. But before we dive into anything, let's get to our sponsors of the show, because we have people supporting people, and that is incredible. We are proud representative of these companies. First of all, we have T-Town Boxing. This episode of People Helping People is sponsored by T-Town Boxing, Tucson's home for boxing, kickboxing, and recovery classes for all ages. T-Town Boxing isn't just a gym, it's a community where you can build confidence, discipline, and lifelong skills, whether you're stepping into the ring for the first time or sharpening your technique. From kids to adults, beginners to experienced fighters, T-Town Boxing offers a space to grow, train, and challenge yourself. So if you're ready to push your limits and join an amazing community, reach out to T-Town Boxing on Instagram at instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Again, instagram.com/T-Town Boxing or their website, boxingtucson.com. Thank you so much, T-Town. We love you guys. It looks like we got some people jumping into the chat here. We got one more sponsor to go through, but I just want to go ahead and say hello. Rich, he says, hello and good evening. Rich, you're a legend. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. And as Rich knows, we are also a proud representative of carsfortucson.org. And I say this every show because, God dang it, I mean it. They are out here doing God's work. They are helping people that are financially stricken, in financial crises, and need help with car repairs, or, you know, they may not even have a vehicle, but Cars for Tucson is there to help. One car repair can create a powerful ripple effect. For a low-income family struggling with housing, a reliable vehicle means they can hold on to their job, access childcare, and avoid spiraling into homelessness. Cars for Tucson understands this. They exist to provide affordable, sometimes free, critical car repairs to ensure these families stay connected to their livelihoods and their homes. Their goal is to give away cars as well. Come on. Be a part of the positive ripple effect. Your donation helps prevent homelessness. It doesn't help homelessness. It helps prevent homelessness. One car or one repair at a time. Visit carsfortucson.org. Again, that's carsfortucson.org. And we appreciate you guys being a supporter of the show. We are so proud to be representing a nonprofit like you. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say again for everybody that's been stepping into the streams and a part of the community, dialing in. I say that like I'm an old radio DJ, dialing in to have talks with us. But no, leaving comments in the chat. If you have great questions, we get to questions in every episode. So, we'll go ahead and read your questions and comments. But yeah, thank you guys for being a part of this movement and part of what we're trying to do here, and that is people helping people. So again, without further ado, let's get into today's show. We have a guest on today, and I am fortunate enough to call today's guest my little sister, my little sister. She's been my best friend forever, and she's always been there for me when times are tough, and always been there with me when we're having the most fun. So I'm very, very fortunate to have her in my life, and she has embarked on a new endeavor herself, a new business plan, and I wanted to be here to showcase it to the world and let her bring new light to the things she's bringing into the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, Victoria Ward.
Hello.
Weather. It's my little sister. Good to see you, sis.
It's good to see you.
Heck yes. Tell me. Okay, so I gave you a little bit of an intro. We've had so many. You've been there for me when I've been down in the dumps, but you've also been there for some of the most fun moments of my life. And I just love you and appreciate you. And I'm so proud of you with everything you've done. And you've given me the gift of being an uncle. So I just wanted to say
Oh,
thank you.
oh, thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. And
Of course.
I really feel the same. I'm also just so grateful that in our adult life we can be such good friends
Yeah, for
and
sure.
continue
We're
that on.
so lucky.
We
Um,
are.
yeah, so for the people that don't know, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Victoria Ward. I grew up in Oregon in the Valley. It's luscious, full of fern, and there's a lot of luckily there's a lot of people who are very, self-aware and health conscious there. So it was easy for me to dive in and be exposed to my health and wellness journey. And I've always been kind of against the grain. Like I grew up, I mean, as a 12, 13-year old, I started modeling. So I kind of jumped into this hyper material, high fashion realm. And, nothing is really natural and normal in that world. It's changing now, but at the time it was not. So it was very hard to, find things that were natural. But having that high contrast really pushed me to go into the other direction and be natural and
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how life can literally force it? I love the old analogy is like you have two twins, which we know all about twins. Our mom is a twin, but you have two twins, right? And you have one twin that says, I don't drink because my parents were heavy drinkers, and then you have the other version of that same story. I'm a heavy drinker because my parents are drinkers. And it's really interesting that, a catalyst of something like being involved in having to be perceived a certain way or take certain types of skincare routines or being involved in something like modeling pushed you the other direction into finding alternatives. And yeah, if you could, I want to kind of take it back a little bit too, because I think as far as I can remember, you were always on the health kick. Do you remember when you like things started to turn for you?
Yeah, I do. I remember when you're a teenager, you kind of just eat everything. And, I remember we'd grow up going to the swimming pool and, spending $1 and getting a sack of candy and just munch, 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 just, eating all the crap. And I remember when I was a teenager, I think between the age of 15 and 17, I ate so much fast food, so much McDonald's, and I was just feeling unwell. I was feeling really low energy. I was breaking out all the time, and I just was like depressed and didn't feel good. And something clicked between 17 and 18 where I just had this awakening. It was kind of a spiritual awakening, really, where I just saw through the veil of everything that was being advertised to me as food and delicious and health and beauty standards and things like that. I just saw through the veil of, wow, this is not at all what I need to be happy and well, but it's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's everywhere in my face, on billboards, and I was just like, this is all wrong.
Yeah.
I've got to change. So I went full on vegan just to like be stubborn and choose to do something. And I eliminated gluten and sugar and I went fully vegan and I just went deep into it. I went total earthy hippie vegan lady.
Oh
And
yeah, the
so,
pits and all.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally. I went real deep into the granola life
yeah,
and
dreadlocks and all.
yeah, I did. Yeah. And meeting so many people in that realm, it seemed like everyone was really drawn to the same thing. The food was better. All of a sudden, my diet expanded. I thought I was such a picky eater, but it was really that the food I was eating was so processed that even a tomato that was grown on a farm with chemicals and all that tastes like nothing. I thought
Hmm.
I hated tomatoes my whole life. When
Mm.
our neighbor finally gave us this delicious tomato from her garden, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So learning that just the source of the things that we consume and use was really, really mind opening to me. And I just stayed dedicated to that and
Yeah.
have been learning so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. And that's too true because I feel as though when you do look back at our childhoods, I mean, a part of a complete breakfast was, eating your Honey Nut Cheerios. Like that's
Yeah.
what was being advertised.
Yeah.
And then every Sunday morning, we'd wake up with cinnamon rolls being cooked. It was like,
It was
you know,
delicious. It was the
it
best,
was the best. It really was the best. But I
Yeah.
mean, we're the Pop Tarts and toaster strudels, which I still
Yes.
freaking love.
I
But
know.
yeah, so all these things that we were told, you have to eat your breakfast, and your breakfast, you got to make sure that you get enough milk and enough fiber and all
I
these
don't.
different things. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I've seen you go through that journey of finding yourself through health. And I think that, there's a bit of mental fog and internal clarity that isn't ever broke through or found because of the things that you're putting in your body consistently. And it's so interesting that you touch on the fact that you thought you hated tomatoes,
Yeah.
but you've never really tasted a real organic, sweet, juicy
So
tomato.
flavorful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. It really did blow my mind. And I was like, what even is real? Like, what,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what is? So
Yeah.
that was just really amazing to learn that. And it made me want to taste more things that
Yeah.
were real.
Yeah.
And
It opens up the whole curious side of the
yeah.
food world of like, oh my gosh, if a tomato's that good, like, can I actually enjoy these other things? Because like you said too, you were such a picky eater for so long. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that you found yourself going down that healthy path.
Hmm.
And so you started to explore the food realm of things, and you started to realize as well. I guess, can you walk me through what you found as far as like things that we're putting on our skin and our hair and everything else? If you could kind of just like give me a little rundown of how you came about learning the exterior is just as important.
Yeah. So, I mean, our skin is our largest organ, and it's really a reflection of what's going on inside of us. Like today, if I'm going to go and eat, a bunch of sugar, within 3 to 5 days, I'm going to have some acne around like my chin or on my cheeks here or something like that. And such a quick response to what I'm eating is just like, wow, that, you know, That is amazing. So,
Mhm.
you know, I was never taught growing up how to really care for my skin. And that's, it does start internally. But, I'd put chemicals on my skin, I would wear makeup, I would have photo shoots that, were using so many chemicals to wipe it off and put it on, wipe it off and put it on. And my skin was just so angry all the time. It was angry. It'd be dry. I would have dry patches. I'd have acne. The It'd be the uneven skin tone. It was just really screaming for help, is what it was. And when I first dove into the diet side of things, I learned that it's very important to read ingredients. And usually,
Mm.
the least amount of ingredients in something you're eating, the better. Unless if you're making it from scratch, a bunch of spices, things like that. But there's so many fillers put into our food that disrupt our hormones, that just make us foggy brained and tired and unhappy. So learning that tool to just read ingredients transferred over to beauty products. And so
Mm.
now I'm in the store looking for shampoo or deodorant or makeup. And even the clean products that are organic and all natural have plastic in them or things
Mm.
that are really bad for your hormones. And I'm just blown away. These past few years, I've gotten way more anal about what I put on my skin. And
Mhm.
just reading those ingredients, there's so many things in them. If you just Google, and look up what those things are and look up how it's good for you and look up how it's bad for you, pretty much bad. A lot of them are cancer causing things. And just within the last few months, I've thrown away even very nice, expensive products that I thought were clean. I've just completely thrown away. I've stopped holding on to them, hoping that they would do something for me.
Yeah.
And my skin has just returned to being glowing, having nice, even tone, and it's just so much more happy. And I'm like, what? This is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah.
These things
Yeah.
that were meant to heal my skin were hurting my skin.
Mm.
Creating a customer, obviously
Yeah.
that's what they need, but I'm just tired of that.
Yeah. And so thank you for sharing that because it's so true that we do have access to all the information that we need with a simple Google search. So if say a young girl is watching this stream right now and she said, Victoria, when I'm out there and I'm looking at, skincare products, what should I stray away from and what are the things that I'm looking for?
That's tough because there's so many unique names for certain products.
Mm.
And I've learned even the organic and non-GMO things on the shelf are still full of toxic chemicals. So recently I've just been encouraging people to make their own products. If you can
Yeah.
just find single ingredients and just find one ingredient and test that out on your skin, that's my recommendation because when it comes to stores and shelves, there's a couple companies that own so many different things and they're disguised to look like it's good for you. So if they're going and shopping in the store, you might not find anything that is actually good for you from the beginning to the end of the ingredients list. And
Mm.
that is unfortunate. So,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, reverse engineer.
yeah.
Start simple. Grab one product, maybe doing some research, grab one product and move from there. But I think that's an awesome segue into what you're working on now and developed. And I want to dive into that. I want to know what you've got going on because your skin is glowing. You look so healthy. I'm so happy that you look
Yeah.
so healthy and happy and and I'm all the way down in Tucson, Arizona for people that don't know. My sister's up in Oregon and yeah, so tell me what you've developed because you found a need and you have filled that void with something. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, it just was a lot of trial and error finding things that didn't upset my own skin because I have very sensitive skin, very acne prone, or even like vitamin C, which is supposed to be so good for your skin, will dry it out. So I started with exploring one ingredient at a time. And with another product I was using as my daily moisturizer, it just has like shea butter in it, and it's really deeply moisturizing. But I wanted something a little lighter on my skin and to have more ingredients in it, I was a little scared to do that because my skin is so sensitive, and some things would just upset it. So one by one, I tried all these different ingredients, and I realized none of them were causing a negative, reaction. So I mixed them all together, and I made this skin oil. It's called, well, it's just skin oil, and I'm calling it V Organica.
Nice. I
That's
like the packaging of that too.
you. Really
Yeah,
simple.
that's
This is
cool.
this is actually a lot. I probably didn't need to make it such a large amount. Because it's going to last so long. So, I mean, you won't be buying it very often if you do buy it, because you only need to use like 5 drops. And it has a really nice smell to it. It has a couple essential oils, ylang ylang and frankincense, which are very anti-inflammatory, and they heal your skin, and they are antimicrobial. So you won't be breaking out so much. And the base is grapeseed oil and jojoba oil, and the other one is rose hip oil. So all three of those together, they're non-comedogenic, which means it's not going to clog your pores, which is something I've run into, like trying to even use coconut oil is pore clogging. Seems like it's pretty good for your skin, but it does clog your pores. So all of these are non-comedogenic. They promote elasticity. They have antioxidants, rich in fatty acids, boosting collagen production. There's so many things that each one of these ingredients does for your skin that's so healing and revitalizing. And
Nice.
and I've just been carrying it around with me, I say, try this, put this on. And everyone, just watching everyone put it on and just be like, oh, this is so nice. I'm like, yes, yes, it really
Yeah.
is. And
You you
everyone
made the
just has such,
serum.
what is it?
Oh, I said you made the perfect serum.
Yeah, I really feel like that. When I first tried it, I was like, I knew this was it. The fragrant, how it laid on my skin, how it absorbed and brightened it, and also just made it seem so alive. And my skin had been so tired and dry for so long, especially living in a desert, a high desert.
Yeah.
It's like, doesn't matter how much water I drink, my skin is still thirsty for more.
Yeah.
So I've been really focusing on healing my skin barrier. And it takes time when you switch a routine. It takes so much time in your diet and just having a day-to-day routine for your skin, because your skin also really likes routine, and it takes time to heal that, and to finally really see the results. Like, I waited a whole month before offering it to anyone, because I really wanted to know.
Yeah.
And it definitely is it, and I'm excited to offer it to others, because I want everyone to feel their skin so happy.
Yes, I love that. That's for you. That's so great. You found something that sounds like it would be universally used for a lot of people of a lot of different skin types because of the sensitivity that your skin and my skin has. I know that
Yeah.
I grew up with really bad acne, and I'm still so prone to getting acne. You'll see me on the show sometimes with stars on my shoulders, and there's a lot less self consciousness about it now that I'm older. But I
Mhm.
really wish that I would have paid more attention to the things I was putting into my body and onto my skin when I was younger. Because again, we're told at that age, at least, to use all these different products. So things like Proactive, where I would scrub my face so hard, it would just be
Same.
bright red and almost bleeding. And then as I get older, I realize that the less I wash my face and the less things that I get off at the shelves to put on my skin, the better off I am.
Yeah.
And so to have somebody that's really reverse engineered, and the convenience is a big portion of why people pay good money for things, is the convenience. Like, you have already taken all the products that work for a very sensitive skin and compiled them in the right amounts into a single package that people can just use. And that's
Hmm.
really cool. I'm proud of you. That is really
Thank
nice.
you.
I love that. And we do have some people in the chat here. And, this is a live show. So we have people in here commenting. So let's go ahead and let's touch on those real quick. Kayla, Coffee Studios. I
I
love you,
can't.
baby. We see you out there. She says, hi, Rich. And Rich says, hello, Kayla. Okay, so, anyways, I can just read their conversations back and forth. Angela Coffee says, hello, all. This is going to be a great episode. I love natural skincare.
Me
Great. Well,
too.
we're happy you're here for sure. Rich is in the house. He says, hello, Victoria. Hope you're having a good day.
Thank you. I hope you are too.
We got Benjamin Buttons, the man himself, Benny LLC, Penny and Benny LLC. He is our merch guy. If you need merchandise,
Get the t-shirt.
yeah, go get your t-shirts over at pennyandbenny.com. But he's more than that. I mean, he does branding and logo work and a bunch of stuff. So if you have questions about that type of stuff, hit him up. Let's see. Anybody else? Okay, so this is a great question. Good question, Benjamin. He says, "Can guys wear it, or is it just for the ladies?"
That is a great question. And something I am very passionate about is men's beauty because, we get advertised to women, 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 take care of your skin, do this, do this. But and the men are kind of left in the dark, but they also have the same human design. And I really do promote men to take care of their skin and use this product. It is not just for women. The same ingredients that are good for women's health and women's skin is great for men's health and men's skin as well. So
Nice, great question. Thanks, Benjamin. I appreciate that. Brendan Harris says the words "back together again." Yes, I love it. Yeah, well, awesome. And I'd love, can you take me through like the packaging process? What are you utilizing right there? It looked like you just had a tincture dropper there, or
yeah, it is a glass 2 ounce dropper bottle. And inside of it also has a glass dropper. So I
nice.
try to use the least amount of plastic as possible. Obviously, when you're using the squishy thing, there is some plastic there, but it is all glass on the inside and on the outside.
Beautiful.
So,
I love that.
really nice.
Yeah, and are you going to be shipping nationwide, worldwide?
Yeah.
Like, what is the goal?
Yeah, I just set it up on Etsy. It takes a couple days to go through, but it is, worldwide. There's the shipping fee on there. I'm not sure, it depends on where you're at. But you can order it online. I also have a website being developed. It takes 2 days for the domain to, be available. But so within the next few days, if you did want to order it and you're not local to me, um, I can ship it out and get it to you, hopefully within a week and sooner than that. But if you're local Bend or even McMinnville and I'm around, I'm happy to do a little porch drop off.
Nice. I love that. I love that. So, if we have people in the chat right now, because it seems like quite a few people, like Angela Coffee. She said, okay, so she just missed a valuable portion. You can go watch it back, Angela, if you need to. She was asking what's in it. Brandon Harris, how often should it be applied on a daily basis? Question mark.
Yeah, that's a great question. I started out only using it twice a week because I was a little nervous on how my skin would react. And after a couple weeks, seeing how my skin was absolutely in love with it. I'm using it every day now. I sometimes use it twice a day in the morning and at night. And it's such a small amount that, it's not like I'm just going through it so quickly. I've even started using it as like body moisturizer on my hands. If there's any left over, I rub it into my hands, on my legs. It's a whole body moisturizer. And so I would say if it works for you and your skin is loving it, use it every day.
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for that question. Great question, Brandon. And Laura RANF. I'm not going to try. Laura RANF, we see you.
Hello.
She says, how do we find you on Etsy?
Yeah, the Etsy is V Organica Shop. It may not be published yet because it takes like 2 days for the, information to be approved and whatnot. So it'll be V Organica Shop, and I'll just have this one item on there. Should be about 2 days until it's up on Etsy.
Awesome. Sis, I'm really proud of you and I love
Oh,
you. And I'm just so happy that, I just feel like there's so many reasons that I could just sit here and gush for days. But I'm really stoked that you being so in line and in tune with your health and the time and effort and energy that you put into taking care of yourself is now coming to a product that you can share to the world. It's
thank you.
very in service of others, and I feel as though as we share our art forms or our products or anything like that, it's such a gift for people to be able to not only follow the story of what you're doing, but to feel the feeling that you are gifting them with because of the products that you're making. So it's
Oh,
really, really something special.
thank you.
Yeah. Let
It's
me ask. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's that like mother nature in me. Like I have to make sure something is right and true and good before I offer it to others or like my children or my friends. I have to vet it. So I have to make sure it's 100% good.
Yes.
I be offering it to others.
I love that. Yeah, and I know that's true too. You and I go back and forth with the health stuff all the time, and
Mhm.
I do that same thing in my household. Like, for instance, I tried methylene blue, which I had heard all these stories about, and I waited to tell Kayla or anybody else in the house if it was any good before I put my own body through whatever it would do to me for a month, and I
Mhm.
felt no difference, so I just threw it in the garbage can. But that was is a part of that trial and error process,
Yes.
and it's so time consuming. And so the fact that you picked each ingredient, tested it out on your face, took the time to concoct something like, I know that it's something special, and I want to know where people can find you. So prior to your Etsy going live right now, if people want to reach out to you and say pre-order, or kind of walk me through how people will go about getting an order from you.
Yeah, I'm flexible right now. I have obviously my Instagram account. I can respond on there. en.motherlove, or my Facebook, Victoria Ward. And I think maybe the easiest way would be my phone number right now. So I'd
Okay,
be
give me
happy to
just a
provide that.
moment.
Yeah.
I'm putting in your Instagram into the comments here. And then, okay, what's your phone number?
971-237-8849.
Cool. And I'll just put that into the chat. Very nice. So call or text, probably text, huh?
Yeah.
Text Victoria for order details. Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes, what this blossoms into, because I think you being the person that you are and how you're reverse engineering this stuff and like really putting in the effort and time to make sure that the products are good before they're going out to anybody. What are the future goals for this company and this endeavor? I mean, are you seeing further than just the product you have now, or what's that look
Yeah.
like?
Yeah, that's a great question. I make all of my own products. So this was the first one that I was just like so excited. It seemed, so high quality and such a good niche that I was like, this is what, I want to pump out. But I do have another moisturizer that I make. It's more of like a creamy body butter. I also um, I also make beard oil and also pomade for men, that styling gel if you have that classic hairstyle. So there are a few products that I have in my pocket that I will be providing. I just want to focus on this one, get it going, do it right, figure out, how the shipping process and purchasing process is like before I start offering another one.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
we are here to support you all along the way. And, if there's anything that we can ever do to make life a little easier for you, definitely reach out. And if you have new announcements, if you have new bottling, new website, whatever it is, come on and let's talk about it. Even if it's just a 10-minute segment, I just call you up real quick and be like, yo, get on the show. Let's do it. Because that's what this is all about. You know, people helping
Yeah.
people is the epitome of just building interconnections between individuals that want to lend a hand. So
Yes.
we love you.
You're doing amazing work, and I really appreciate all the different guests that you've had on, and I've enjoyed popping in and listening to every single one of them because they're real people. They're real people doing real things. They're already helping people with their company. And I think one thing I really want to say, especially for the beauty industry, is to buy local. You know, I'm not the only person who's making a beauty product that has great ingredients. There's a neighbor of yours, there's someone in your town that is also doing it. And if there's another product that, I'm not making and you're interested in, look it up. There's people on Facebook Marketplace or Etsy. Just, stop using giant companies and feeding the corporations. Buy from someone who's, a mom or a dad, and feed their house and feed yourself with that soul.
Yes, yes. Well said. That's such good advice. We seem to be in a consistent back and forth to the stores that we know in the sections that we're aware of in search of the products that we're used to using.
Hmm.
And that cycle can be broken so easily by having somebody like yourself just say do a quick Google search. Like
Yeah,
that's so real. And yeah, supporting local, and that's such a, I feel like that's such a lost art. And there are so many people in the world, like you said, that are really making things right out of their garage and like
yeah,
really sourcing incredible ingredients because they give a shit. They really
yeah.
care. And yeah, that is some great advice, sis. I appreciate you sharing that with us and
Yeah.
the audience here. And Boogs, Boogs 420 OZ says clapping hands. That's for you, Boogs. We see you out there. Benjamin Button says making cool stuff. Hell yeah. Benjamin Buttons also says awesome. So proud of you putting yourself out there.
Thank you.
That was really nice. Thank you guys. Thank everybody for the comments and jumping in here and being a part of the chats and being a part of people helping people. And before we go, is there anything else that you'd like to leave with the people? Some words of wisdom, some love, or some shout outs? Anything at all?
Oh my goodness. Just take care of yourself, love yourself, do what it takes to grow. And even if it's hard, it's always hard to start, but don't give up. You know, you are worth it.
Yes, I love that. Thank you, sis. I love
That's
you.
you.
It's been awesome having you on, and I cannot wait to double back and hear about what new adventures and wherever this is growing. I mean, really, I just want to have a show where we just sit down and just tell old stories.
Yeah.
Like, the beauty of doing this is like I get to have these conversations for the rest of my life, for the kids' life, for the kids' lives, and having my family on, and my family's all doing cool shit. Like, it's been so awesome. But having these conversations with the ones that I love forever is really important to me. So we'll have a silly episode where we sit in here, maybe with mom and dad too, where we could just,
That sounds great.
right, where we could just riff it
Perfect.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect chaos.
Yes, exactly. It'll be the perfect storm. So again, I want to thank you for being on the show and being part of our movement that we're building out here, and I'm really proud of you. And for anybody that wants some products, go over to the chat box there, and I will also leave a link to her products in the descriptions. And yeah, there's ways to get hold of her and purchase the things that are good for your body, nourish yourself from the inside out and the outside in, all different directions, and love who you are and take care of yourself. Well, thank you, sis.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
How great is that? Well, there you go. That is amazing. Victoria Ward out there creating products and helping people with their skincare routines. And that's really amazing because, again, like she said, being somebody who does reverse engineer and really tries this stuff out herself, she doesn't just go grab what she thinks might work and throw it into a bottle and put some crazy price tag on it. No, she it was amazing to me when she told me how much that little bottle was and how much product you actually get, and the fact that she has ran everything through multiple tests on her own skin, and to be proud of something to put out and excited for other people to try it and hear feedback from them. I mean, it's just all good stuff, Life is good. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. And, I'm really looking forward to bringing you guys quite a few more live shows. And let's see. Oh, it says no sound on my live right now. Interesting. I just got a text stating that there's no sound. Can you guys hear me out there? Go ahead and leave in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. I think it might just be hers. Let's see. Oh, she got it. Oh, everything's dinging over here. Dinging and binging and bonging. But anyways, 30 live shows in 30 days. And there's some things that I'm learning that's super interesting. I'm noticing that we get the most amount of viewership about 45 minutes to an hour into our streams. So with that being said, I'll be trying out some different things. And I don't know if it's a timing thing, if I need to start at 7:30 to 8:30, or if it just takes time for people to find the stream to jump in and want to watch. Not sure. But we're going to be trying new things to figure that out. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is the last day, I'm going to be trying new times until the last day of this stream. The last day of this stream, I'm going to be going live for pretty much the whole day. I plan on starting at maybe 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and going until I can't go anymore. So I don't even know what that's going to look like. During that stream, though, I want to call every single guest that we've had on the show throughout the 30 by 30. So that'll be really cool. Check in with everybody. Thank them for being a part of this movement and see where they're at, if they've got anything new to share with us. So, if you've missed prior shows and you want a good catch-up show, come over to the last day of the stream and we'll get everybody in one and just run it up. But I appreciate everybody stepping into this stream. Again, if you're a part of the community, I see there's a bunch of people that are watching from Facebook. Do me a favor, go to the YouTube channel and watch it from YouTube. We're trying to get our YouTube channel up to 3,000 watch hours because Facebook gave us the big old middle finger and says, we can't monetize over there. So I put on the screen here the YouTube channel. I don't know which side it's on, but one of these two. So youtube.com/@people-helping-people-live. If you go subscribe, turn on the notification bell, watch from over there, help support us supporting you guys. And just like some of our last streams, we gave away some merchandise to people that were active in the chats. So I just want to thank a few people in the chats right now for being active and continue to come back because we may give away some merchandise at the end of a show. So, Rich, we always see you out there. We always appreciate your insight, your questions, your comments. It means a lot that you're in here. Really do appreciate you. Benjamin Buttons, a.k.a. Penny and Benny LLC, we see you out there. Thank you for being in the comments. Thank you for being in the show. Thank you for being our guest. If you missed his episode, go check it out. It's really good. He breaks down everything merchandise. Like, he's the guy. Jeremiah Brophy, thanks for being in here, man. We appreciate you showing up and giving us some love out here. Brandon Harris, he also was on the show. Your boy B, man, he is an incredible artist who's coming out with a new album. And we love you, your boy B. You're a part of the family over here. So thanks for jumping in and being a part of the chat. Angela Coffee, we see you out there. And she's on an airplane right now, so she missed some of the show. Go back and watch it. She'll tell you all the ingredients, where to get it, and help support Victoria Ward in her journey with her new products. Laura Ranf, thank you for joining us on this episode and being a part of the comments. Bugs420OZ, I love that name. Welcome in, and we see you out there. We've seen you a few of these, and we appreciate you being here. Let's see. Who else we got? All right. I think that's about it for now. Yeah. Kayla Coffee Studios. If you don't follow her artwork, go to Instagram.com/Kayla Coffee Studios. She's out there painting right now. She's just been pumping out artwork. So a bunch of great content coming from her. And yeah, we got some things in the background in the mix. Some fun stuff that I hope you guys will be as excited as I am about. But it's all in the works, and we will be announcing a lot of it someday soon. So stay tuned. In any event, I don't want to drag this on any longer. This has been an incredible show. Thank you again to Victoria Ward, my little sister, my best friend in the world. Next time we'll have her on, we'll have just a sit-down goofy time, So thank you to everybody. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to y'all on the next one. Deuces. Yeah. What's everybody fighting for? Why can't people help people? That's the question.